feeling good. Finally hit a double to win a match. So it was a bit of a struggle, but managed to keep me cool and get there in the end.
It was a game where you had chances early on, squandered them. Do you think in halfway through, not another one?
No, not really, because I think Krzysztof played just as bad as me. But no, getting later on the legs, I think I broke him, and then I think 180, 81 somewhere, and then I was laughing because I had 100 left. I thought I won it big one here, and I did. He hit the 168. I thought he was going to check out the 134. But luckily enough, he missed, and been about 6 weeks into it, a match-winning double.
So touch on that. What was confidence like? Because you didn't have the best of autumn series, and then obviously a couple of days thinking time and travelling time. What was that time in between like, trying to reset yourself?
I don't know, because I didn't have the best of summer series either. But I went to the match play and played. I didn't play well, but I played half decent and took Gary so much pressure to beat me. But it's one of them. I get on with it, and I have been dwelling and I haven't. But this weekend, just coming down here is like, right, it's a TV tournament. I kind of, from about 3 years ago when I was rubbish, and I've started to step up on TV now. I'm making quarters and semis in more or less all the TVs. So it was one of them, right, it's my stage, just own it. Didn't own it, but I got the win.
When the draw came out, playing Krzysztof is one of the toughest games around right now because you always know what you're going to get. Are you pleased you've come through that test and can build on that now?
I was glad I played Ratajski because it was meant to either. So I knew it was a bigger crowd today, especially being in Austria. I wanted to play Ratajski, and I knew he might have been thinking about the match play as well. Same as Mensa, but it's different now. First time back in a crowd, which was amazing tonight. But I didn't want to play Mensa in front of the Austrian crowd. That would have been stupid.
What was that like as well, playing in front of the crowd for the first time, but also having to wait because you were last on and last to experience it?
No, it's good because like my timing's been off for a good few weeks, and I was saying to Aspinall before, if I'm playing him or something like that, and I've got 190 and he's on a double, I'll bang in a 180 and leave double five, with the crowd carry it on singing. And without the crowd, it's been to give the cheer, then it stops, and it's silent for them throwing, so you can kind of time things right. And tonight I wasn't the very best at timing, but luckily enough I managed to double keep the crowd singing and stuff, and it felt good.
You're in the top half of the draw. Obviously MVG crashed out tonight. Does that change your mindset at all when you're in the same half as him and he does crash out?
No, every interview I think I do here, I want to play Van Gogh. I want to win the tournaments when he's left in it. It was the same as when Phil was around. You've not won a tournament till you beat Phil in it. And it's the same thing with Michael. You've not won it till you beat him as well. So,
Michael, pleasure as always, lad, and best of luck tomorrow.
Cheers, lad.
Michael, well played tonight. Congratulations on the win. Just tell us what the last kind of month or so has been like. Obviously, you've spent a lot of time in isolation and travelling around in your own company, and a lot of sort of ups and downs.
Depressing. I can't put it any more words. It's been good that I'm playing, but depressing because I always travel alone, and it's not been the best. But it's my job. I've got to learn to deal with it. I don't take my wife and kids to an office job, and I don't take them to the darts either. So I've got to learn to get on with it. It's a bit different playing a Premier League, having a week off, and then coming back, and so it's been weird. It's been for everyone. It's hard to adapt, but we've just got to learn and get on with it, I guess.
Has it been one of the toughest spells of your PDC career so far, would you say?
No, I think the toughest spell I ever had was when I made the Premier League my very first year, and I didn't make it the year after, and I could never. Well, even now I can't win a game, but back then I think I played 30 Pro Tours and I got past six first rounds. I got beaten 24 first rounds.
We saw during the Premier League, your wife posted some of the messages, unfortunately, you'd been receiving on social media. Just tell us how difficult that is to put to the back of your mind when you've got to go up there, perform and provide for your family.
No, it is hard to deal with, but my sister sent me one today saying if people, we've got haters will hate, but they don't hate on the worst players, then they come after the best players. And it was a Kobe Bryant statement, so I took that on board today, and luckily enough I got through the victory.
We've seen a couple of young players come out and say that they're thinking of walking away from the game, obviously mentally difficult, a lot of travelling. What advice would you give players in that position? Crack on, just get on with it. I've been there, I'm there now. You just got to crack on with it and get on with the job. It's something I started playing when I was 14, so 16 years ago. It's something I've worked really hard for, to be on the stage and in front of the crowd. And
not Phil Taylor. Phil Taylor was only man that went unbeaten for so many years. But you're going to lose as many as you're going to win, and you just got to learn to deal with it. And some of the players coming out now, like Harry Ward and Jamie Lewis, yes, I know what they're going through, and they also know what's on the other side as well. You just got to learn to deal with it, get on with it, and there's always that silver lining.